Hello and welcome to another episode of Harness News Update. I'm your boy Trey Colbeck. Beautiful Friday afternoon, starting the show a little later than normal. Internet's been a little in and out today, so if I abruptly leave, that is why. But yeah, everything's been good for the last little bit, and we're here live on our presenting sponsor, HarnessLink.com, because HarnessLink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid, because HarnessBid is the game changer. Just like this show for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry, provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, the customer. Zero commission on any horse sold, so you don't have to worry about that when buying or selling horses. So visit harnessbiz.com for more. And again, thank you to our friends at the USTA. Without them, none of this would be possible. I just realized, if you watched the last episode, that there was no sound on my end. The races had sound, but I didn't have sound, so I apologize for that. I just realized it should be all fixed now. I realized the error. It was just an error through the system. It wasn't having my mic on, but yeah, we should be good now. Today, we're going to recap stake action from the last few days. Nothing too crazy. There was an Iron Maiden finals at Northfield Park. There was also some second leg of the Maryland Sire Stake, and some events going on Hoosier and Scioto Downs. And then later we'll preview stake action going on over this weekend. We have Mohawk going down. We have the SBOA stake finals going down over the weekend for three-year-old divisions. There's also going to be some finals at Saratoga and some finals at Oak Grove for four-year-old Kentucky Sire Stakes finals on Monday. So we're going to go over that as well. There's more stake action than just that, but we're just going to go over the finals. The Charles Jarvinski eliminations go down at Flamborough. I don't have a preview of that prepared, but we'll make sure we keep an eye on that going forward. But without further ado, let's get into the recap part. And here it is. Like I said, we're going to start off with some finals in Northfield Park on Tuesday. If you missed it, there was the Iron Maiden final, 20,000 in the pot here. 20,000, a field of 8. There was a scratch, it looks like. Yeah, field of 8 here. Yeah, we'll pick this up, and we'll watch actually the full clip here and see who wins this. This is what is it? Horse and Gelding's final, Horse and Gelding trotting final. Let's see who wins it.
Field of 9 on gate, Iron Maiden Series. Here they come. And away they go. Dugga just made a break from his inside post. Disgruntled Carl is away quickly with spur of the moment. Mario Speedwagon mounts for all, flashes a bit of early foot. He's up to be an early fourth as they race to the backstretch, and it's Disgruntled Carl. And now Mario Speedwagon just made a break. Two of the popular choices in the betting made early breaks, so Disgruntled Carl, one of the biggest favorites at 1-5, is the beneficiary of all of this as he gets a head start on a lot of his major competition. He's on top by a length and a half. Spur of the moment pocket sits with TT's Isobar racing third. Mounts for all close to the action from fourth off a quarter in 28-4. Then it's Chipstead from the second tier, who's fifth in front of the gray Rep Butler from sixth. Majors Lucky is seventh. Then it's the Breakers, Dugga Do, and Mario Speedwagon are eighth and ninth. Down in front of the stands, Disgruntled Carl leads the way. Disgruntled Carl over Spur of the Moment and TT's Isobar. Two big long shots at second and third behind this big favorite. Mounts for All is going to have to do it uncovered. Chipstead just made a break in stride while swinging off the rail. Now he's in the three path. Now he's off stride again. Rep Butler outside of Majors Lucky, then Dugga Do, and Mario Speedwagon halftime just a 59-2. So Disgruntled Carl really tapped on the brakes in the second panel. He's got 3/8 of a mile left to get. He's a length and 3/4 on top from Spur of the Moment. Mounds for All is 2.5 lengths behind while urged on by AMAC. Rep Butler's on his back second over. TT's Isobar is down at the inside. Dugga Do tries to re-rally. Majors Lucky just made a break. KYSS at 3/4 in 128-1, and they round the far turn behind Disgruntled Carl. He's getting away. The lead is now 3. Mounts for All is outside of Spur of the Moment, then Rhett Butler for a slice. As they come to the top of the stretch, Disgruntled Carl is all alone with 150 yards to go. Mounts for all, spur of the moment, then Rep Butler and TT's Isobar disgruntled Carl with a series sweep and an exclamation point in the finale. Then Mounts for all and spur of the moment photo between Rep Butler and an oncoming Mario Speedwagon, who was a part of that high five photo in 157-2.
Yeah, big 157-2, like you heard, for disgruntled Carl. This is a 3-year-old gelding by International Money. Oh boy, I think my internet is giving me this problems right now. Yeah, Hunter Myers was in the bike for Jody Shalassi. This is owned by Shalassi Stables and Sam Bova Racing. Was bred out of New Jersey by Peter Boboda, getting the win here in the Iron Maiden Series. On Wednesday, there was another Iron Maiden, this time the Fillies and Mares Trot final. Race 13 on Wednesday. Again, 20,000. Let's pick this up and see who wins it.
They're on gate. They're off, they're trotting. Home Run Queen gets the first call. Social Chatter toward the inside. Sister Wives outside of Westland Pursuit. Sedona Hill is 3 wide on this initial turn. Meanwhile, it's Social Chatter who cuts the corner up into the front. Social Chatter leads. Home Run Queen will dive into the pocket spot. Westland Pursuit is racing in third. Merriman swings that one off the rail to try and track down her stable companion. Sister Wives is at the cones in fourth. Sedona Hill trying to find a tuck while racing in fifth in front of Desert Haze, who's racing in sixth. Then it's Lennox Hill, who's racing seventh when he cashed second last. Tammy Sue, the trailer, 28-4 Beavers. 1-2 now as Westland Pursuit will clear her barn buddy, and Social Chatter's back to second. Sedona Hill with an early move, and she's on the go from fifth, now up to be third. Home Run Queen is back to fourth. Sister Wives is buried in some traffic as Lennox Hill moves up on that one's outside. So too did Winnie Cash. Sister Wives caught in a bad shuffle all the way back to seventh. Tammy Sue gets off the rail trying to move past Desert Haze, who also caught the worst of a shuffle. Down in front of the stands, they've paired up. It's 5 in and 4 out at the halfway point, and Westland Pursuit is pressured by Sedona Hill. Past the half in 59-4. It was an easy second quarter there. It was just 31 as Westland Pursuit takes the field back into the payoff lap with the advantage. Sedona Hill first up and pressing. Social Chatter locked in the box. Lennox Hill's all set to roll 3 wide as Sedona Hill just made a break while uncovered. Lennox Hill and off stride went Winnie Cash, so Sedona Hill just did no favors to the rest of this field as they work across the backstretch. Westland Pursuit the leader. Social Chatter, Lennox Hill left uncovered with 2.5 lengths to march forward. Then Home Run Queen, Sister Wives is inside of Tammy Sue. They're off 3 quarters in 129, and they're back into the far turn. Westland Pursuit looking to keep her perfect record intact, and she's on top by 1.25 lengths. Going off stride went Home Run Queen in the middle of the pack. Westland Pursuit the leader with 1/8 of a mile left to go. Lennox Hill on the outside of Social Chatter. Then comes Sister Wives and Tammy Sue. They turn for home. Westland Pursuit, Lennox Hill, Social Chatter diving through at the inside. Westland Pursuit or Social Chatter. It's going to be a Beaver 1-2. Which one's it going to be? Westland Pursuit holds off an oncoming Social Chatter in 159-1.
Yeah, big win there by Westland Pursuit. Aaron Merriman in the bike for that one. He's been on a tear lately, winning 7 races on Tuesday and 7 races again on another night. But yeah, it was a Christopher Beaver trained exactor. His Westland Pursuit wins it, but Social Chatter and Luke Ebersole finished second. Westland Pursuit's a 3-year-old filly by father Patrick. Yeah, owned by Christopher Beaver and Paul Simmons getting the win there. Next thing we will look at is the second leg of the Maryland Series Stakes. All 3-year-old divisions were in action Tuesday night. First, we'll kick things off. They were the first 3 races of the card. Oh, look at that tight zoomed in finish there. We will have 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers first, 10,000 here. Clogs for Real gets the win in 153-3. Corey Braden in the bike for trainer John Wagner. They minor upset at 3-1, while the favorite For You Girls finished second. But yeah, Clogs for Real, a 3-year-old gelding by Rusty's For Real, owned and bred by Pamela Wagner, gets the win there in the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace division. Race 2 was a 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. It was again won by kind of the co-favorite Gerald's a Keeper in 158-1. Trey Porter in the bike. John Wagner gets another training win here. And guess what? This is bred and owned by Pamela Wagner as well. The co-favorite KJ Dash finished second, while 14-1 War Pony rallied for third. And in the third race was 3-year-old filly Pacers. Fancy Like That wins in 156 with Jonathan Ali in the bike for Casey Bendix. This is a 3-year-old filly by Rusty's For Real. Casey Bendix bred and owns this with Virginia Marvel. Big win in 156 flat, the heavy favorite, and 17-1 COVID For Real finished second, while the 72-1 KJ Megan finished third. And then the only other event at Rosecroft on Tuesday was a non-wagering for the 3-year-old filly Trotters. I don't have replay for that, but a field of 3 went to post. And Only I Exist wins in 158 and 3. Russell Foster was in the bike for Richard Hands. Richard Hands bred and owns this filly trotter, a Y'all Beneath Me sired trotter. And we'll continue looking at the Maryland series as they continue along as well. More series across North America. We'll go to Hoosier Park on Wednesday. They had some events Wednesday and Thursday, but Wednesday first. Races 8 and 10 on Wednesday was the Expression Series. These non-winners of 2 3-year-olds 3 or 25,000 lifetime. Second leg here, first division was won by Water Torpedo. Wire-to-wire effort in 156 and 4. Michael Oosting is in the bike for trainer Alvin Miller. Water Torpedo is a 3-year-old gelding by Skyway Torpedo. Leonard Miller bred, Alvin Miller owns and trains. James Lee co-owns as well. The next one was race 10, next division for the Expression. This one goes to Hudson Swan in 155 and 1. Jordan Ross was in the bike for Luis Quevedo. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Swan for All. John Bernard bred and owns this trotter. The next series we will look at from Wednesday night at Hoosier Park was the Miss Naughty by Nature. Only one division for this. This is fillies and trotting fillies and mares, non-winners of 2 3-year-old 3 or 25,000 lifetime. And the only to split here goes to Agent of Fortune in 154 flat. Robert Taylor was in the bike. He trains this trotter as well. This is a 3-year-old filly by Dover Dan. Taylor Racing LLC owns this with Robert Paddock. Black Creek Farm bred this trotter, getting the win here in the second leg of the Miss Naughty by Nature. And then on to Thursday, there was one more series, second leg of the Go On BB. Races 7 and 10. This is the Go On BB for fillies and mares, pacing fillies and mares, non-winners of 2 or 3-year-olds 3 or 25,000 lifetime. And the first split goes to Special and I Know It in 152 and 4. Minor 5-1 upset. Jordan Ross in the bike for Henry Grabber Jr. This is a Tell It Like It Is filly out of Special Magic. 11 Star Stables co-owns with Henry Grabber and Indiana Stables. And then the second split, race 10, goes to Fullerton Fanera in 152 and 1. Ricky McComber Jr. in the bike. Jamie McComber trains. This is a filly by J.K. Vanera. Gets the win there. And today, the second leg of the Hal Dale goes today, and we'll have a recap of that and plenty more on Tuesday's show. And then last night at Scioto Downs, there was some more stake action. Up first, we will look at the Jerry Knappenberger leg 1. There's 4 splits. The first one was race 4. Top of the Hill AS wins in 152 and 4 with Tony Hall in the bike. This is a Nob Hill High sired gelding. Annette Lawrenson trains. Race 7 was the second split, and it goes to He's Hot and Ready, a 66-1 upset. Charlie Myrick Trains, Jeremy Smith was in the bike, 66-1 upset here for the 3-year-old gelding by Lather Up. The third split for this series was race 13, and it goes to Who Day Nation. Jeremy Smith in the bike this time again, but this time was a heavy favorite. Jim Allred Jr. trains the Down by the Seaside gelding. And then the last and final split was race 15. For this, for the Knappenberger leg 1, and it goes to Magic by the Seaside, another Down by the Seaside. Jeremy Smith gets another win in 152-2, this time for Chris Hirschberger. Getting the win here with Magic by the Sea. The next series, there was one split for the Overcomer Trot first leg. Goes to This is for horse and geldings eligible to the Buckeye Series that did not race in the first leg of the Ohio Sire Stakes. Tom Swifty wins by a long Tom here. There's a little bit of errors going on in the video here. But yeah, Tom Swifty with Dan Noble in the bike for trainer Christy Noble gets the win, 157 flat. Oh, sorry, did I say there was one split? There's 3 splits in this one. The second division in race 10. Swan Hell of a Rush wins in 159-4 at 7-1 with Kane Kaufman in the bike. Mike Bahamas trains this What the Hill gelding. 7-1 upset, and actually 19-1 Smokes It's Steady gets second, while the 29-1 Source Code finished third. The favorite, What a Con, broke early and finished last, or second last, finished 9th. And then the third split, race 12 for the Overcomer, went to No Nap Nash in 156-2. Dan Noble again in the bike here for Miles Wollum. This 3-year-old by Creighton gets the job done. And the last thing to look at was the one split. This is the one split. The full count. This is for trotting fillies eligible in the Buckeye Series that did not race in the first leg of the OSS. Then Sugar Instead wins in 157-1. Brett Miller in the bike for trainer Virgil Morgan Jr. This is a 3-year-old filly by Volstead. Was the heavy favorite, beating out Hot Tea at 18-1, and Uma Lady at 14-1 was also around there. And then today, the Falcon Almahurst leg 1 goes today at Scioto, and we'll have that for you as well on Tuesday's show. And that's everything for the recap portion. We are cruising through here. Now we're going to start looking at the preview part. Just give me 1 second. Make sure everything's pulled up. Yeah, we're going to look at Woodbine Mohawk Park on Saturday. The SBOA finals for each 3-year-old division go down. And we got first 3-year-old filly trotters. Here it is. Your field of 10 with an also eligible 138,400 up for grabs here. This is race 4 on Saturday at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We got the 1 Love Those Legs, the 2 Billie Jean Queen, 3 Arliza, 4 Radical Legacy, 5 Willie's Home Run, and your morning line favorite at 6-5. We got the 6 PL Rainbow Dash, the 7 Flirting Dancer, and the 8 No Need for Alarm, the 9 Suan, and the 10 Evolving there, and the also eligible Lexus Angel. We'll look at the top 3 favorites here. Up first, like I said, the 5 Willie's Home Run comes in at 6-5 morning line odds. Gets James McDonald in the bike. This is her last win. Yeah, sorry, my computer is freezing on me. So I'm not sure if you can hear this if you're watching. We'll just pause it here for 1 second and let me just figure this out. Okay, there we go. Sorry, thank you for that. So yeah, the 5, which we just saw, Willie's home run, draws the 5-hole. She has won the first leg or the eliminations for this last week. That was her first debut of the year, and then she actually comes off the Super Finals win last year for 2-year-old Philly Trotters. And Arliza is the 7-2 second favorite. It's the 3-hole. She also won the elimination last week. But before that, she finished 10th in the Super Final last year, but coming in to get another win here as well. And the 1, love those legs, is the 4-1 morning line favorite. She finished